Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the president of Baruch College, Dr. S. David Wu.
Good evening. I know we are live streaming this event all over the world, so depending on where you are, it could be a good morning or good afternoon, in addition to the good evening. So what a great event this is. And I'm sure everybody are excited to see all these people and this energy and electricity in the air. I am David Wu. I'm the 8th president of Baruch College, and I'm honored to welcome you all to the 2022 Bernard Baruch Dinner. And my wife, Xiaoping, is with me tonight. And she is sitting right here at Helen Mill's table. And this is my first time hosting this spectacular event, and which is now 32 years strong. I'm so pleased that so many of you are able to join me, and I heard that we have over 350 guests right here in person, and many more through live streaming, and to celebrate Baruch's success and our promising future. And one of the most enjoyable aspects of being Baruch's president is the opportunity to talk to a variety of students and alumni and friends of the college to learn about their unique Baruch story and their commitment to the college. As we consider tonight's theme, which is Invest in Us, I want to share my observation that the excellence and engagement have been the hallmarks of Baruch's experience across the generations. And as your investment in us will pay dividends beyond the foreseeable future. For over a half century, Baruch has made an excellent education accessible to generations of students who might not otherwise have the opportunity for college. And through internship and research opportunities, our students also engage with issues of the day, from business ethics and climate change to policy reform and social equity. And so much of what they do is made possible or made stronger by your support. Since this is our first gathering in a long while, and because we have many new friends of Baruch among us this evening, I would like to spend just a few moments talking about where the college is today and how we move forward despite the challenges of the past 2 years. While the college community worked, studied, and socialized remotely, we managed to complete several major campus improvements, such as the Klibner Field Plaza, which we dedicated last October. Many of you may have seen it. It's beautiful. The Aronson Student Center, which gives undergraduate a place of their own to study and collaborate, another beautiful space. And the historic field building at 17 Lex. I'm sure many of you know where that is and maybe have classes there, and which we have completed a new modernized entrance, lobby, and elevators just earlier last year. And just this spring, we have completed a cool project, and this is called the Baruch One-Stop Shop. And we nicknamed the project The Boss, Baruch One-Stop Shop. Now the Boss, this is an innovative new concept. And what we do is where all the student services are integrated into one common hub so that a student can stop by to get help for their financial aid, their class registration, and other personal support, all in one location. Of course, the Boss is available both physically and virtually. And our students have continued to excel with strong job and graduate school placements, and they have been winning prestigious awards such as the Fulbright, the Gilman International Scholarship, and the Jonas Salk Scholarship for Medical Schools. You name it, it's a long list. And the college as a whole And our academic programs have been continued to earn strong national rankings, from the U.S. News and World Report, the Wall Street Journal, Times Higher Ed, Princeton Review, and much more. As some of you may know, for second year in a row, our financial engineering program is ranked #1 in the United States. And for seven consecutive years, Baruch is ranked #1 in the nation for social mobility. And for those of you who wonder what that is, and that is our ability to graduate students from low-income household into middle or high-paying jobs. For some of our graduates, their starting salary more than double the household income they grew up in. And our graduation rate is among the best in public universities. This year, it reached 73.9% for undergraduates. And this is breaking the previous record of 69.9%. We are precise, right? Just 2 years ago, and which is virtually unheard of for an urban public college. And because of our strong reputation and outcome, Baruch also experienced a record enrollment increase for over 10% during the pandemic, despite local and national trends to the contrary. Success such as this doesn't occur in a vacuum or happen overnight. It evolved from a long-standing tradition of excellence and from engagement with friends like you who invest in our students, in our classrooms, career centers, and our faculty and our facilities. With your support, we are able to realize our mission of making excellence accessible to generations of deserving students. In my view, what makes Baruch students special is how they are able to bring their own experiences and their own stories to enrich and build on the formal education that they receive. This common thread among the students and alumni I have the pleasure to meet. As I mentioned earlier, I love collecting Baruch stories and have found them both inspiring and heartwarming. And many have reminded me of my own past. As I reflect on my life, I recognize that it hasn't been all that extraordinary, but it has been enough for me to appreciate those whose circumstances are extraordinary. Many of you who are alumni may have seen my picture on the alumni magazine riding a motorcycle. And there is a story behind it. Like many of our students in college, I took on many odd jobs to supplement my expenses. Among my first job was making deliveries in the busy streets and the back alleys of Taipei on a motorcycle. I was born and raised in Taiwan. It's a bit like an early version of DoorDash today. In other words, I was a dasher. Now, this is when I developed kinship with people who make the city work. Street vendors, sanitation workers, manual laborers, and many others. And later, during my required military service in the Taiwanese Navy, I served on a World War II era American-made frigate. That's a battleship. I live and work side by side with people from all walks of life and all educational levels. And our ship was in the shipyard for several months, and one of my jobs was to strip paint and rust from deep in the inner halls of the ship. And I can still remember that small, dark space and lit with dim work light, and combined with the sound echoing from my hammer and my chisel, and that scene still occasionally appears in my dreams, actually. And these experiences never really feel like hardship, but more like layers and layers of memories and life journeys until I have something more valuable than anything I could ever imagine. And these journeys allow me to relate to and appreciate people as they are. And this is exactly why many Baruch alumni, some of whom are in their 80s and 90s, have conveyed to me. And through the ages, Baruch students have not had much handed to them. They have worked hard, learned incredible things from their life experiences, and written life stories that are truly remarkable. Collectively, these Baruch stories provide a window into our future, a future that the possibilities are endless. With this spirit, we are poised for a future that builds on our legacy of excellence and engagement across generations. The timing couldn't be more auspicious. To chart our course forward, this spring, the college launched a major strategic planning effort to construct an ambitious blueprint for our institutional future in this rapidly evolving world. And we will need your involvement. Initial feedback pointed to 4 major pillars. First, center on our mission and student success. By educating one of the most diverse student populations in the United States, Baruch is uniquely positioned to be a force multiplier for meaningful change in a society that values opportunity for all. And that is our mission. Second, strengthen the academic core and to meet societal needs. We will continue to recruit and retain our world-class faculty and staff and to strengthen our academic core. People is what makes Baruch work. And third, to re-envision the future of work and learning. As a start, we have set a target to create about 25% of our instruction options online to give working students a greater flexibility in completing their degrees, and for Baruch to stay in the forefront of learning. And finally, we must continue to fortify resources and enhance our infrastructure. And we're able to set such goals and turn them into reality because of alumni, friends, and supporters of the Baruch College Fund have invested in our students and our college. And these investments have and will continue to pay dividends for generations to come. Talking about investing in our students, and this is certainly the case for our 2 honorees this evening, Buzzy Geduld and Lara Abrash. As you will hear later this evening, both Buzzy and Lara exemplify the grit, vision, compassion, and can-do spirit of Baruch College. I offer my congratulations to you both, and thank you for all you do for the college and for our students. It has been my honor to open up the 2022 Bernard Baruch Dinner, and I look forward to sharing many more galas with you in the years to come. But tonight, I must leave this event soon, and I have been selected to join the CUNY Chancellor Fellow and 12 other CUNY presidents on a study tour of Israel. And that's organized by the Jewish Community Relations Council, or JCRC, and my flight departs in a few hours. The theme of the tour is Scholars as Bridge Builders, and this organizing framework resonates with me deeply and is at the heart of what we do as an institution of higher learning. Again, I thank you all for your enduring support, and I look forward to seeing you on campus around New York City, and I travel to connect with you, our vast alumni global network. Thank you very much, and enjoy your evening.
Please welcome to the stage the president of the Baruch College Fund, Helen Mills.
Thank you, President Wu. We look forward to hearing more about your trip when you return. Have safe travels. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. It's wonderful to be together. Thank you so much for being here. I'd like to welcome everyone who's watching on live stream. We're so happy that you can see us, and we hope you're here next year as well. This is a special event, and it's brought many, many supporters together of Baruch. Wonderful supporters. Thank you all for being here. I want to especially recognize our alumni. There are many in the room, and they have lapel pins so that you can know who they are, but I'd actually like to ask them to stand. Could you please stand? Thank you so much. Our alumni are large in number. They are powerful. They span the globe. They span generations, and they are building our future. They are wonderful. Thank you so much. You are why we are here. The education that you received that has opened opportunities for you is what we are trying to provide for those students who come after you. Thank you. I would also like to ask our Baruch College Fund trustees to stand. Come on, this is the exercise portion of the evening. Max, that means you. You are looking at a group of unique individuals. Through their vision, hard work, and contributions, they drive the engine that changes Baruch and makes students' lives better each day. Thank you so much for the work that you do. The Bernard Baruch Dinner is always a special event. This year it's particularly special because it's the first year since 2019 that we're in person. So we're so happy to be here. Thank you. Tonight we're thrilled to honor two very outstanding individuals, Buzzy Geduld and Lara Abrash. You will hear more about them later, but I just have to tell you how happy I am that we're honoring these two people. Buzzy is a devoted and respected trustee of the Baruch College Fund. Although Buzzy is not a graduate, he has adopted every Baruch student as his own. Thank you, Buzzy. We are lucky and we are grateful that he has chosen to devote so much of his time and energy to our students. And you're going to find out later, with Buzzy comes an extra bonus, and I think you'll really enjoy it at the end of the evening. Lara has risen through the highest ranks of corporate America. Where are you, Lara? There you are. Thank you. She is a terrific role model for our students. She is a terrific role model for our students, and some of you may know, terrific role model for many students throughout the world. She has spoken in many places, and you will get to hear some of the things that she has done tonight. Thank you so much. We'd also like to recognize the close partnership between Deloitte, the firm that she leads, and Baruch College. Thank you, Deloitte people. Thank you. Thanks to all of you, we are close to raising $1.5 million so far. We thank the Baruch College Fund trustees and everyone for making tonight such a great success. Please give yourselves another big round of applause. The Baruch College Fund is dedicated to enriching the lives of all students at Baruch. This event is a prime driver of what we can do for our students. They are bright, hardworking, driven. Anyone who has had a Baruch student at their office knows exactly what they're like and why they are so successful. I could sing their praises all night, but I don't have to, because we have a wonderful video where they will share some of their stories and you'll have a chance to meet them. So I would like to turn that over to the video. And again, I want to thank you all for being here. We appreciate you so much. Thank you.
I come from a very hardworking immigrant family that struggles with financial worry. I've always had to pursue things keeping my circumstances in mind. With Baruch, being a recipient of a scholarship felt like a relief. I could finally do something that I wanted to without worrying about how it might impact my family. I will be the first in my family to graduate college. As soon as I came into Baruch, I realized there are so many people just like me that are in the same boat. If they could do it, there's no doubt in my mind that I can too.
I'm a first-generation college student. My parents grew up on a farm in a foreign country. They came to America to really allow this dream to happen. They always just wanted me to work as hard as I can to try to do the best for myself. Baruch has so many invaluable resources that I have taken advantage of and been able to use myself, and it prepared me in every way possible. The Financial Leadership Program is part of the Star Career Center and creates a very personalized experience of training and being prepared to embark in a world of finance. The Financial Leadership Program created a turning point in my academic and professional development, and through my relationship with my mentor, I was able to figure out what I wanted to do and reach out to different people in my current summer internship. I was working the global markets in CIBC, and I was able to impress my boss and create these meaningful relationships that I'm excited to continue building as I return with them full-time after graduation.
I'm from Wollongong, Australia, this little city in Australia, and my parents always told me to keep reaching beyond what I think I'm capable of. And the reason why I chose Baruch was because of the professors. Baruch professors are the best of the best. They are working in the industries that they are teaching, and I wanted to learn from the best, and that's what Baruch was able to offer me. It was so exciting to get onto campus last fall and see all these new spaces. Stepping onto the new Klivner Field Plaza and just looking out, be able to socialize out there in the sunshine. And then when the Aronson Student Center opened, being able to go inside during that winter time, I couldn't have thought of a better way to come back.
The heart of Baruch is really about giving back. There's been so many extended hands that have been offered to me to help me grow and navigate my career development. Just knowing that someone was looking out for me like that made me motivated to work harder and try to do the best I can for myself and bring out my potential.
It's so incredibly humbling to know that there are so many people that we don't even know willing to support Baruch students, investing in our education, investing in our experience at Baruch and making it the Baruch experience.
I just want to give a big thank you to the people who are supporting Baruch, constantly making this such an amazing experience. I'm gonna be like you one day. I guarantee it.
My dream is ultimately to be continually learning and to keep pushing beyond what I think I can do. I want to give back to a school that's given me so much.
I have something to be proud about. Every single day, I see my family go through their own struggles. I aim to ease that. I want to make my family proud.
I view my experience in Baruch as a transformative experience. There was so much I've grown, so much I've learned, and all of this has culminated into a person I am now, and it's someone I'm proud to go out to the real world and tackle on my career. I think it's so beautiful just to think that my parents were on a farm, living off the fruit of their own labor, and coming here into where I am now, where I'm about to start a job in New York City. It feels like a dream come true, and it feels like anything is possible. Thank you for investing in me.
Thank you for investing in me.
Thank you for investing in me, and thank you for investing in us.
Please welcome to the stage Baruch College Fund Trustee, Mayor Estonville.
Ooh, hey everyone, how's it going? Now, some of you guys might be asking yourself, why does this face seem a little too familiar, right? That's because that was me up there last year, literally, telling my story at our virtual dinner in 2021, which so happy we can all be here in person. Now, last year at the time, I was a senior at Baruch, struggling through a pandemic, the course load that comes with having some of the world's best professors, and just trying to get the best start to my career as possible, like so many of our students are doing every day. Now, at the time in my video, I said, you guys saved my life, and I meant it, and I hope you guys know that, because the stories you just heard, that's my story as well. So for context, I was born in Haiti, and I grew up an undocumented immigrant, and of course, an undocumented student, which comes with its own set of struggles, which thankfully, a lot of that was mitigated by supporters like yourselves, which is why I'm so grateful that today, to come in front of you guys as a proud alumni, a management consultant well into my career now, and of course, a management consultant well into my career now, and of course, having the honor to be one of the trustees of this great Baruch College Fund. Now, thank you. And I hope you know those claps were for yourselves, because I could not have gotten here without the support of you all. So, I'm here tonight to ask you to, in the same way that you all invested in me, to join me in investing in Julio, Lauren, and Tanzina, to help them accomplish some of their hopes and their dreams, right? Now, supporting the thousands of students at Baruch who just need a push to get further beyond. Now, I'm sure you guys all heard Helen. We've already raised $1.4 million tonight, which is amazing. It should definitely be celebrated. And I want to thank everyone who's contributed to that. And at the same time, I also want to just give everyone the opportunity to just support a student in need of a scholarship, an internship, an emergency grant, in the same way that you've all supported me before. Now, if the impact that you're able to make on students' lives wasn't enough for you all, and I hope you use me as living proof of that, I'm super proud to also say that tonight, we also have a special incentive, thanks to the BCF's own Debbie Bernstein, who has a special challenge grant tonight. Debbie, please wave so we know where you are. Oh, there she is. Okay, so tonight, Debbie will be matching dollar for dollar up to $75,000 for everything that we raised tonight. Now, and I don't know about you guys, I like my investments, and I've never come across an investment that doubles in minutes. So I hope, I hope we use this time to make the most of that, and to also just get the dividends that comes out of that, which is the impact that we have on the students at Baruch. The amazing thing about it is that impact does not just stay limited to the students. It always has a rippling effect. It impacts the students, their families, and of course the communities that they take part in. So I hope you'll join me tonight in doubling $75,000 to become $150,000 plus. And how are we gonna do that? I'm just gonna invite everyone to look at your table. And of course we have our donor cards. Feel free to, we're in 2022, we have a QR code. Feel free to scan it if you wanna make a card donation. And if not, also, you can just fill it out and put it in the envelope. And of course, we're gonna get a little fun with it. We also have our glow sticks. Feel free, once you're done with filling that out, to just do a little crack to your glow stick to activate it, and lift it up, and we'll come around to your table to collect it. So, go glow sticks. Let's light this room up tonight and double that $75,000. Thank you once again for all of your support, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the evening.
I've known Lara for probably close to 30 years. She's very authentic. She really cares about people. And she's also very vulnerable. She's not afraid to talk to us about the challenges that she may be facing, both professionally and personally.
When I think about Lara, the first thing that comes to mind is she's a friend. She's also a mentor, sometimes a counselor, and someone, frankly, who I admire and aspire to be like.
Lara's an amazing example of what it means to be a Baruch alumni. And I think that Baruch's mission as a catalyst for the social, cultural, and financial mobility is very aligned with how Lara leads our organization.
Baruch is such a great, diverse school. People are there from lots of different places. And when Lara got there, it really allowed her to see the power of all of that diversity, and the ability to interact with people with different perspectives and different backgrounds really made her the leader that she is today.
The team that she has assembled, it is a team of people who have various backgrounds and experiences that allow her to be able to execute upon the goals and the vision that she has set. Baruch is one of our pilot schools for our Deloitte Foundation Accounting Scholarship Program. Last year, we announced $30 million focused on providing scholarships for racially and ethnically diverse individuals.
The Deloitte Leadership Scholarship has provided me with financial aid. After learning that Miss Lara Abrash was also a Baruch alum, it really inspires me because she's one of the people that paved the way in our accounting industry. And it really encourages me to also try and strive for the success that she's gotten.
Lara is a very authentic leader. She has just this amazing energy and passion for our business, for our people. She's just been an outstanding coach and cheerleader.
She's constantly innovating. We can always do better. We can always learn more. Because of how Lara leads us, I love what we do.
Lara's leadership with regards to our MADE commitment, which stands for Making Accounting Diverse and Equitable, really is all about transforming the future of the accounting profession and really changing the makeup, both racially and ethnically, of the professionals that will serve our clients and the profession as a whole into the future.
Lara is extremely committed to advancing female leadership, and it's really powerful to be able to have role models in these positions who are female, who are also doing a lot to pay it forward.
To see Miss Lara Abrash leading Deloitte is really inspiring to me because she's really paving the way for success.
Lara drives us to think outside the box. We've had record growth in the marketplace, and our culture has evolved.
What makes Lara so deserving for being honored of her leadership is what she is doing as a leader to support our people and to make sure we're doing all the right things now so that we are well established in the future.
Lara is extremely impactful as it relates to helping our professionals, helping some Baruch alumni to see more for themselves than maybe they otherwise have. She's an amazing partner, an amazing friend. Her example helps us all to really be the best version of ourselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Adam Weissenberg, Vice Chair and Chief Global Officer, Audit and Assurance, Asia Pacific Leader, U.S. Global Office, Deloitte & Touche, LLP.
Thank you so much. A little embarrassing, my title is longer than our CEO's, but so she's the important one. So I am so honored to be asked to introduce Lara. I've known her for over 25 years, and let me start by saying it's Lara, not Laura. Correction, I've had to make many times over my career. My mom was actually Laura, and I was also one of the first people she worked for, and then eventually we became peers. And now times have changed and I actually work for her. So definitely learned a lesson along the way. Don't burn any bridges on the way up. Because you always want to be good to people, as you never know when these roles will be reversed. Lara has been an amazing leader. She's been the CEO of our audit practice during one of our most difficult times. She's frank, transparent, real, also organizes the best happy hours. And anyone I've spoken to within our audit and assurance practice would have moved mountains for her because she created a culture of caring. She's created this culture by telling stories about herself, including stories of her two teenage kids, Nicholas and Samantha, are both here, and her husband Gary, who's also here, who our whole practice now knows very well. And of course, these stories have only showcased how proud she is of her family. On top of all this, Lara's achieved record results by taking what is considered a slow to no-grow practice into double-digit growth over the last 2 years. At the same time, leading one of the most significant transformations of our audit firm and growing the number of employees we have to over 15,000. Lara's, yeah, sure, thanks. Lara's direct, and she is known for telling you when you did something wrong, and I've been on the end of that many times, why it was wrong, but also how to fix it. She's always on your team, and she wants you to do and be a better person. I enjoyed spending time with her, as I have over many years, and if I had more than 2 minutes, I could tell you some stories, starting when she was a first year and worked with me and we went to Philadelphia, but I'll save those stories for another time. But Lara is a proud alum of Baruch, and she exhibits their values in the way she leads and lives her life. And with that, let me introduce my boss, my colleague, and my friend, Lara Abrash.
Well, I was told I wasn't going to cry tonight, but we got that wrong. I do want to start by recognizing Buzzy, who I just met for pictures, and already I feel like fast friends and couldn't be happier to be sharing this evening with you. He did try to get me to accept his award for him. He actually bribed me, and I thought it was Monopoly money at first, but it was the real deal. So. But he needs to take his own honor. My mom's not here tonight, but I would be remiss about not talking about her just for a split second and why I'm here. And hopefully someone will have this on a video. So many of my friends and colleagues have heard me talk about her. I'll just say one line she said to me in my entire life. You can be whatever you want to be, baby. And that sat in the back of my head when I was at Baruch back in the day, and it's been part of who I am to today. So I'll pass it over to my children, Nicholas and Samantha. Your heart is a bottomless pit. And I never thought I'd ever hit bottom, and when Nicholas and Samantha came into our lives, I realized it just got fuller and fuller and fuller. I truly hope you look at Daddy and I and see the people you want to be when you grow up. I hope you think we set a great example. We try to have a fun house. We laugh a lot. We try to be honest with each other, and I hope that the things I do, the crazy travels and the stories I tell are a great example for you. Jocelyn, who probably wasn't expected to be talked to tonight, is our nanny for I don't know how many years, 12, 15 years. We would not be the family we are without Jocelyn being the woman she is. And of course, my best friend, my soulmate, my partner for better or for worse in 2022 had a little bit of worse, but he put a cold compress on my head and took care of me, my husband Gary. I love you. Thank you so much. So you heard the president talk about his stories to Baruch. I won't bore you with all of them, but there's a lot of things about Baruch when you hear it described. It's a school for so many who are the first in their family to go to college. It's a school where it's someone's second language. It's a school that makes so many kids who can't afford to go anywhere else, and I was one of those kids. Now, English was not my second language, but beyond that, I took the train from Long Island every day. My parents lived in Stony Brook. And I really wanted to be an accountant. I did not get to do that in my undergrad, and I couldn't afford to go to a big fancy school. So I got on the Long Island Railroad every morning at 5:30 in the morning to get to New York City, to work all day, to walk down to 23rd and Madison, to start going up and down those crazy elevators. And for the alum that are here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And a good night, I would get a slice of Ray's pizza. One of my classmates, Eugene, is here with me, and I met so many great people, but I worked really hard. I mean, doing homework at Penn Station at 10 o'clock at night is not for the faint of heart, at the Penn Station bar. But it really were those early days that taught me so many things. And when you hear us talk about the kids from Baruch, you may hear words like grit, scrappy, determined, raw, honest. What I think about the world we're in today, and I think about who we need to lead us into the future, I would take those attributes over anything else. And thank you, Baruch, for helping educate these great students, but not trying to make them someone else than who they are. You're not making them assimilate into this world. You're thriving on everything they do. So I hope tonight you look up and see just another alum, a proud alum, who was able to take all the great things that Baruch taught me and helped me, and hopefully I'm an inspiration to others. My job in life right now is to pay it forward. And if there's a Hall of Fame for college, Baruch will be the hat I'll be wearing. So thank you so much.
It's an old saying, if you forget where you come from, you never know where you're going. I've never forgotten my family or where I came from. I grew up in Brooklyn. I'm proud of that. You know, you can take the boy out of Brooklyn, you can't take the Brooklyn out of the boy. Never finished college. Went to work on Wall Street right after graduating from high school. At the time, my brother was working in Wall Street. The two of us got together and we ended up opening 6 donut shops. We sold off 3. I kept 1 for good luck, and that's still around on 14th Street and 7th Avenue. Working in a donut shop taught you how to deal with people. It's no different running a donut shop than running a brokerage firm. You've got customers. You want to make sure that they're happy. You want to make sure they want to come back. In a brokerage business, it's the same thing. Business is business.
We know the Buzzy story, from a Brooklyn bar and restaurant to an Army cook to a donut shop to trading Herzog to ultimately becoming a named partner of the firm. But through it all, he kept a sense of where he was from, and he is helping those most in need of help who will accomplish more because of the help that he is providing.
Buzzy is one of the truly great assets, not only in New York, but in America. He's a wonderful capitalist, a very generous man. He'll never forget where he came from, and he makes sure that as he goes along in life and succeeded, he brings people with him.
Buzzy does have a Baruch story, even though he never went to Baruch. He didn't grow up wealthy. He made his own fortune, and he wants to give back to people, encourage them to be educated and do the right thing. This is so important for the world and our country.
After getting to know Buzzy for a couple of years, it became clear to me it would be a really good fit for him to be part of Baruch. He loved the concept of people from all different backgrounds being given the American dream. That's how he saw Baruch College. He relates to thousands of students, all trying to have a better future.
I was very excited when I found out that I got the Geduld Family Scholarship. Receiving the scholarship alleviated a lot of the stress that I had about financing my academic career. I got to meet Mr. Geduld last year over Zoom. We talked about our experience living in South Brooklyn, and he told me to keep pursuing my goal, and hard work, it pays off.
He called me one day, he says, we're going to Baruch because I'm giving out donuts to the students for their final exams.
The first time that we served coffee and donuts, I said to one of the students, most of these kids look kind of tired. And he said, well, I have a night job, which helps me pay for my tuition. That's what Baruch is about. Kids are working hard. And I see some of me in these kids. 40% of Baruch students are first-generation Americans. I'm a first-generation American. My dad came to this country when he was 16 from Eastern Europe with his parents and 6 siblings. When I was a young teenager, I asked my dad, why did you come to America? He looked at me and he said, because the streets were lined with gold. Not the gold that jingles in your pocket. It's a much more important gold. It's called opportunity. Baruch is the gold my father spoke about. Baruch, in a word, is opportunity.
Seeing how hard work and determination really helped Mr. Geduld makes me believe that with hard work comes success, and it's important to help others, just like Mr. Geduld helped me.
Buzzy has had a huge positive impact. His contribution to Baruch is worth honoring. His devotion and willingness to participate with whatever is necessary is worth honoring. He's worth honoring as a person for his integrity and his honesty.
Buzzy has had a oversized impact, in part because he brings people along with him. He's a natural leader.
Buzzy, thank you for being a great friend. Thank you for being a mentor. Thank you for being a great friend to Baruch College, to the city of New York.
Buzzy, I just want you to know, have your friendship. It's very precious to me, and I hope I'm always worthy of it because I think you're one of the finest men I've ever known in my life.
Buzzy's a mensch. Because of him, I'm eating more donuts, drinking more Brunella, and having a better time in life. And I just feel blessed, as I think Baruch does, that he's in my life.
Standing here tonight, it is such an honor and such a joy, and I'm so grateful. This is the closest I've ever come to graduating college, so it's just been marvelous for me. And I'd like to accept this award on behalf of the millions and millions of immigrants who have graced our shores and made America what it is today. I just thank you all very much, and God bless you all, and God bless this great land of ours, America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Austin Marks, Baruch College Fund Trustee.
What can I possibly say after that? Buzzy, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for what you do for Baruch and its students. Thank you for being a loyal friend for so many years. And thank you most of all for being Buzzy, a unique human being. I can't think of anyone more entitled to this honor than you are. Please come up here.
Wow. First of all, how do you follow someone like Lara? Congratulations, you were just terrific. I've been so blessed in so many ways, but when you see the friends that I have, it's amazing. Dove is my weekly lunch partner, my good pal, and as he said, he got me involved in Baruch, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. But as important, he also makes me money because I invest in his funds, and it's quite helpful. I lost Austin. I've known Austin for, I think, over 40 years. He was probably, if not the best, one of the best clients I ever had at the firm where I worked. And I've been an investor with Austin for probably 30-odd years, and is probably one of the best people I've ever invested with. So there you go. Ken Langone, what could you possibly say about Ken Langone that hasn't been said? He's the greatest. I love him, and nothing else you can say about Ken. Kim Elliman is my weekly dinner partner. We became good friends. We were both on the board of our kids' school, and we became co-heads of the investment committee. Of course, he was the brains. He made all the investments, and I made sure that the meetings never went longer than 50 minutes. Eric, are you listening, Eric? Eric is the co-head of the Baruch Investment Committee. I think I got everybody. There's nothing I can say except thank you. I'm so proud of this. I know my mom is looking down tonight with the biggest smile possible. Thank you, God bless, and good night.
Congratulations, Buzzy and Lara. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of our wonderful speakers, both up here and on film. Wonderful. Thank you. So we want to thank everyone for coming tonight. It's been an enormous success. If you have not given in your cards, please wave your glow stick. And I heard that some people had cards to give in and people had not been around. So wave your glow stick. Let's light up the room. If oh, there's one waving now. Everyone wave your glow stick. Let's see. Come on. So if you have not, if your cards aren't picked up, please leave them at the end of the evening at the front desk. Let's help Debbie spend her money. We want to do that. So, guess what? It's time for Buzzy to provide us with some donuts. Yes. And I just want to say, the first meeting that Buzzy came to, we were still meeting in person at the time, and we have a side table where we usually have a few things. We walked into the room and the whole table was filled with donuts, and they were delicious. And what I don't understand, and I've thought about this, Buzzy, how is it that you have the donut pub and you still maintain your figure? I don't understand it. Oh, they're not fattening. That's what I just heard from Buzzy. Yeah, right. Okay, so this has clearly been a wonderful evening. I went around and spoke to many of you, and it's a pleasure to have you here. And we're looking forward to a record-raising dinner. We're looking forward for support for our wonderful Baruch students, and we're looking forward to great dessert and a wonderful finish to the evening. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.